Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Winnie Bush and this is Winning with Winnie. In today's video, I wanted to highlight some universities that are waiving the GRE and TOEFL for admissions. Like, y'all, isn't that exciting? Like, you don't have to take the GRE, you don't have to take TOEFL. So before we begin, I actually wanted to credit this video because I took the information from somewhere else. So I want to, make sure you give credit where credit is due. So I wanted to credit Yash. I'll try to see if I can link like his YouTube video to this video. But he's another YouTuber that does a lot of like education content and he's doing amazing stuff. Like, y'all, he has a whole company, so he's doing awesome stuff. But so on his website, he put together a list that shows some universities. So I'll go ahead and actually review some of those universities that he put in this list. But I did want to share that there are also other universities as well. So some of the other universities that I found that are waiving both GRE or English tests, like English language tests, so that's like TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo. So some of the universities I have, so I have the University of Seattle, Mississippi State University, University of Alabama, University of Florida, University of Idaho, University of New Orleans, University of Oklahoma, University of Miami, Jacksonville University, and the University of West Florida. So yeah, so those are just some other universities that are waiving this test. So if this is something that you're interested in, please go ahead and take a look. And also I did want to mention that so it also varies. So there are certain departments, so like for example, University of Florida, there's some departments that are waiving the GRE and some departments that are not. So that's something to note, is that not every college is waiving it. So some colleges are and some are not. Also some universities might waive this, like some of their programs might waive like TOEFL and some only waive GRE. But yeah, so those are just some things to know, and they might also waive if you have a certain GPA as well. So those are just some things to know. But let's look into some of the videos that Yash mentioned on his website. Hey y'all, so like I said, we will be reviewing Yash's website, just looking at some of the universities that waive both GRE and TOEFL. And like you can see, he's, oh my gosh, y'all, like you should definitely take some time to explore his website because he has a lot of other resources. Like he mentioned different universities, and he also offers like different services as well. So definitely, take the time to look through his website. I also didn't want to mention, it's not like I'm not like being paid to say this. It's just like my opinion because I've been utilizing his website a lot when I'm doing research, YouTube videos. But okay, so let's get into it. So we're looking at universities that are waiving both GRE and TOEFL. I already gave you all some lists of some universities, but I thought, because Yash mentioned some, so I thought maybe we should just go through it and click through each school that he has on here just to see more information about it. So the first one that we're going to start with is called Babson College. So I'll just go ahead and click over to their website so we can see just a little bit about Babson College. So it's a private business school actually, and it's based in Massachusetts, and they are primarily focused on entrepreneurship. So if you have a business idea, you're interested in creating a business or just working for one or something, this is a good school to consider. But anyway, so let's see what they say about testing. So like you see on here, they say so they're now test optional. So they have a test optional policy for 2022. And they said like it's because of due to the constraints of COVID-19. So they've moved to a test optional. So like the GMAT, GRE scores will be optional for full-time graduate students with a 2022 program entry. But they do say like they'll continue to evaluate your documents still. So you'll still be able to submit like transcripts and your essays and probably interview as well. But yeah, and then they just go into listing, some of the things needed as you prepare for your application. So like for the full-time MBA, I guess they have two tracks, so the 1 year and the 2 years. So basically you answer some short questions. You get one letter of recommendation. Sorry, one letter. So you have to send them one letter of professional recommendation, and this is non-academic. So this could be with like a staff member. Of course, your resume. So in some people call it a CV as well. But it just lists some of the different positions you've held before. And also, you get your transcript, of course. So whether that's from undergrad and also from grad school, if you've attended grad school before. Um, and you can also, it says like you can include an essay that you want the admissions committee to consider and an interview. And of course, they have the $100 application fee. We'll go through here just to see what their requirements is for TOEFL, but let's go through the other programs as well. So let's see. So they are Masters of Science in Management and Entrepreneurial Leadership. So same thing, kind of similar. So you do a short answer question. You get one letter of recommendation. So that could be from a professional. So it could be from a staff member or academic. So that could be from a faculty member as well. And then you also send them your resume. And also you need transcripts from your undergrad as well as grad school if you've attended before. And of course, you can always include. They want you to include. It's optional, but you can choose to include an essay and also like a video interview. So it says an invitation to complete your video interview will be sent once your application is submitted, and then videos are due 14 days of your application submission. Makes sense. So same thing. Let's see, what are the programs that I have that's kind of different? So they have a finance, like a Master's of Science in Finance. Same thing, short answer, one letter of recommendation, of course your resume, transcripts, same thing about the letter, and then you pay your fees. And then they have a certificate in advanced management. It's kind of sweet. Short answer. So pretty much the same. They're asking for the same things, and then it just kind of gives you like, so you can just click apply if you're ready to apply, so you can log in and create your create your page, and then go through the application process. You can also chat with them. They're currently offline right now, but I'm pretty sure like typically during the day probably that would be online, so you can chat with them. All right, let's go back. So I do want us to look a little bit into, so it says for international applicants, please visit the international students page. So let's click on it just to see what else. Oh, I love that. That's super cute. They have the globe. That's awesome. Okay, so they say in an increasingly global business world, Babson believes it is important to have a student population that reflects international diversity, and students come to Babson from more than 80 countries around the world. That's awesome. Okay, so let's see. What are they looking for? Okay, you will also be supported to adjust to live. Okay. All right, cool. All right, undergrad. So prospective international and undergraduate students interested in applying to Babson go through the same process as domestic students with the added requirement of an English proficiency exam. So applicants whose native language is not English must prove sufficient English proficiency and can meet this requirement with official standardized test result from one of the following. Okay, so they want you to either have TOEFL or IELTS or Duolingo. So it says, as an alternative to scheduling an interview through the Office of Undergrad Admissions, applicants from China can also choose to do so through initialview.com. Okay, let's see about graduate students. So international graduate students should review the following information below to ensure your application is complete. Okay, so Babson requires that candidate, so you have to take either the TOEFL IBT. The results must be sent directly. You could either take IELTS or any of these English proficiency exams. Oh, so this is it. So this is the waiver. So they have an international language test waiver policy. So it says TOEFL, IBT, IELTS, PTE, or Duolingo test scores, and official English translations of all required academic documents must be submitted if your native language is not English, you have not earned a bachelor's or master's from an institution in the United States, UK, Ireland, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, or India, And it says you may request an exam waiver if your native language is English, you have earned a degree from an institution in a country other than the United States where the only language of instruction was English, the official national language of your country of citizenship is English, you have been employed in the United States full time for at least two consecutive years. So, in order to do this, you have to email like graduate admissions for additional instructions on how to submit an exam waiver. But yeah, so I'm guessing you just have to go through that route to, submit your waiver. So let's go back to the site just to see. Okay, let's see. All right, cool. Let's see some of the other universities. So the next university that YM grad have, they have the University of Colorado, Boulder. Okay, y'all, I don't know how to pronounce it. But let's take a look into them and see, what they're requesting or what they're asking for. So they do say that the GRE, okay, actually I see some countries listed here. So let's look into more of this. I want to learn more about that. So the University of Colorado Boulder, I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong, you guys. Okay, but for English proficiency requirements, so it says all international applicants are required to meet a minimum standard of English proficiency. These requirements can be met if your native language is English, okay, or you have completed at least 1 year of full-time academic study at a U.S. institution or at an institution in a country where English is a native language. At the time you apply and within 2 years from your desired admission term, enrollment in an English language program, including within the USA, does not fulfill this requirement. So this can be confirmed by your transcript. Okay, no. So they have a note. So it says the College of Medicine, the Business PhD program, and the Department of Economics require the TOEFL whether or not you have previously studied at a U.S. institution, and regardless of length of attendance. Okay. So they also say you take the tests of English as a foreign language, so TOEFL, or an international English language testing system, and receive a score that is equal to or higher than your program's requirements. I say some programs do not accept the IELTS. Please check with your program. Official TOEFL and IELTS scores are valid for 2 years from the date of taking the test. Okay, and then it just gives you the information on how you can report the test. So I guess this is the waiver that it provides. So for people, for people who are from this country, then they don't need to take the TOEFL IELTS. So Australia, Belize, Botswana, Canada, Commonwealth, Caribbean, Ghana, India has an asterisk. So we'll come look into what that means. Ireland, New Zealand, Nigeria, yes, Nigeria, Singapore, South Africa, the United Kingdom, and Zimbabwe. All right, so he had an asterisk by India. So let's see. So he said applicants from India to the engineering management program will be required to submit English proficiency scores. Okay. All right. So and then it just gives you the different scores that you need based on the program. Okay. Okay. All right. So those are the scores that it gives, and now let's go back. Okay, so he says like the GRE scores are waived by the College of Engineering and Applied Science, and then this other program. So the CSEN MS program, so the Masters in Networking Engineering, Masters in Technology, Cybersecurity, and Policy. And he also says here, so the spring 2022 applicants are not required to submit GRE test scores to the Department of Electrical and Computer. So electrical, computer, and energy engineering. Okay, y'all, it's early for me. And then the next university that we'll look into is called the University of New Brunswick. Well, it looks like this one's in Canada though. This is all Canadian do not. Okay, so it looks like this one's in Canada, so we'll skip that because I'm focused on the United States. So the next one here is the University of California, Santa Cruz. So it says on their economics MS admissions and application page. So you need the GRE, you need the GRE or GMAT, but it says it's optional for 2023. So let's actually go into their website so we can make sure the information is there still. Okay, so it says it right here. So the UC Santa Cruz, so University of California Santa Cruz, and this is for MS in economics. So it says you need the GRE or GMAT, and it's optional for 2022 to 23 due to the pandemic. You will still need to submit an unofficial transcript, three letters of recommendation, and TOEFL. So TOEFL is also optional, like you can see. Excuse me. So TOEFL is also optional. Yeah, and then they list like the application as well. Okay, that's cool. It's nice of them. All right, and then we'll look at this last one. So this last school is the University of Texas at Austin. So so some of the qualifying countries. So if you're in this countries, if you're from this countries, then it means you don't have to take it. Like the TOEFL. So American Samoa, Australia, Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Canada, Dominica, Grenada. So it's a long list. Okay, but okay, my disk keeps being full. But let's see. So let's say TOEFL / LTBIN. Let's see what it says. Okay, so international students, my favorite group of people. But international students, so in addition to completing the prescribed graduate admission process, international students applying to the University of Texas at Austin must submit either an official test of English as a foreign language, so either TOEFL or IELTS, that demonstrates, you have an adequate knowledge of English. All right, let's see exceptions. So international students who are from the qualifying countries, so those are some of the countries I mentioned before. Additionally, applicants are exempt from the requirement if they possess. So if you have like a bachelor's degree from a US school or a different qualifying country, you're also waived. And it says the requirement is not waived for applicants who have earned a master's but not a bachelor's degree from a similar institution. Okay, so you need both a master's and a bachelor's from the similar. Got it. So it says they do not use a third party to recruit international students. Okay, but okay, y'all. So yeah, so that's just some of the list. I do also just want to say again, like, thank you to Yash, a YM grad, for putting all this list together. And just feel free to like go through their website to see some of the other stuff that they do. But yeah, like, we have people who are looking out for y'all, so we're looking out for all of us. So this is awesome. But yeah, so he mentioned like a little bit about them and also like services that they provide. So they can help you with your visa application, letter of recommendation, resume drafting. Yeah, they can even help you with like a US mock interview. This is awesome stuff. So feel free to check them out. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with them anyways. I just saw the information. I thought it'd be a good resource to share. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button, y'all. Until next time, my name is Winnie Bush. Bye.